Well, we just help people create a personal image that our philosophy is it needs to be authentic and to help you feel the way you want to feel and help you make the impact you want to make. Your image is one of the tools that you can use in your life to accomplish your goals and to feel the way you want to feel. Sometimes when you do something on the outside that reflects who you want to be and where you want to go, like it just shifts something. So it shifted something in me. And actually it was like within a year, I had lost all the extra weight because I just felt more confident. I felt better. I had stepped into this new sort of reinvention of myself. And that kind of began me down a path of reinventing even my career. And I had this heart for middle-aged women and above who really, you get to this point in your life where your body has changed, your hair has changed, your life has changed. So you need to change and you need to reevaluate, who am I now? How do I want to express myself in the world? I still want to feel sexy and attractive. That's maybe not true for everybody, but a lot of women, I still want to feel attractive. So how can I do that now? And that's why I love to work with women, because it really does build confidence and help you feel the way you want to feel.
Well, and I have a question on that too, because a lot of times, and here you see it, a lot of times I think it's, maybe we're just stuck a little bit because you're 100% right. Your body changes. It may not even be a weight gain. For some people, they still look fantastic, and maybe they're very fit. Mm-hmm. But as you age, certain clothes may not be appropriate anymore, or it just doesn't look as good. Or maybe it looks good, but then people see, from behind it looks great. I've seen this a lot. And then you think they're this young person, and then all of a sudden you turn and you're like, oh my gosh, no, that's a person over 50, or that's not who I thought it was. But it's also uncomfortable. You don't necessarily want to go to mom jeans. Mm-hmm. And oh my gosh, now I'm dressing like I'm 20 years older. Mm-hmm. And it is but you were talking about fitting your body. Mm-hmm. And that's got to be a process. Do you find that a lot of women don't dress for their body type?
Yeah. And, it's like, we can't be experts in everything. So everybody's not an expert in fashion and clothing. And, there's actually a science behind it. There's some foundational principles that I teach my clients. Once they understand it, getting dressed and shopping is so much easier. But a lot of people just don't know. They're doing the best they can. They're looking at the fashion trends. They're looking at those influencers, reading the blogs, trying things to see like what's going to stick, what's going to feel good. But there really are some principles. So I take women through like a 7-step process of understanding your style archetype, your colors, and some color principles you need to understand for your color patterns. And then we look at your silhouette and what are the styles that flatter and balance your silhouette. So, we kind of go through this whole process to put it together so that you then have some knowledge you can apply to yourself.
Oh, I love that. And so you can actually, I think sometimes this is a question I hear too, and I'm guilty of this. Can I look good and buy certain clothes and still be comfortable? Because obviously comfort is a big factor as we get older too. Like we get to the point, Chrissy and I both are dealing with feet issues.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And Christy, far more than I, has been a high heel girl, mm-hmm. and we've loved our heels. But then you get to a point where you're like, man, I just can't wear the heels anymore. And you have to kind of succumb to that.
I'm so glad you brought that up. I was just going to say that. So I'm kind of stuck, mm-hmm. and it's affected my style, because I've always equated a professional, classy, elegant look with a pair of heels. Mm-hmm. And I feel that I'm shorter, mm-hmm. And I feel like shortness for me creates this stumpy look. Mm-hmm. And so the heels have lengthened me. Yes. And so I'm struggling with how to still have that look.
That elegant, long.
Yes.
You are so right. That is such a quick technique to make your legs look longer and to make yourself look, taller. So there are some other tricks. You want me to give you a few?
I would love it. Yes.
We would love that.
So one of the visual proportion techniques to make your legs look longer is to have, when you wear long sleeve jackets or shirts, do not have them be fully long sleeve, have them be 3/4 length. And just visually, that immediately will make your legs look longer. So that's a major trick we teach. And trust me, if you saw 2 outfits side by side, you would see exactly what I'm saying. So forget long sleeve, go 3/4 sleeve and have them tailored. You can roll them up, but it can look a little sloppy sometimes. So sometimes you just go take your shirts and jackets, have them tailored. That's one. The other thing that I teach inside my style coaching program with women is that you want to make your legs look longer. It's with your outfit proportions. So when you have a top, you want it to kind of end right around your waist. You don't want it to go down to your hip because that makes your torso look long and your legs look really short. So if you can't always do that because you're really curvy, you could have a little top and a belt that shows your waist. And then you could have like an over jacket or a vest. But there are some techniques that help you proportionately to look more balanced and have longer legs.
Oh, I love that.
And platform shoes, because I'm with you. I rarely wear heels. I'm all about the comfort. But you can get a platform shoe that adds some height and maybe has like a little angle up, but it looks kind of like a heel, but it's not, it's barely raised at all.
Okay, I love that. We're going to be shopping for 3/4 length jackets, Christy.
Yeah. Or you often won't find them. You'll just have to go get them tailored.
Oh my gosh.
Find a tailor, get a tailor. Yeah.
Okay. That is so good to know. And that is really, so for somebody who's curvy, so I definitely have the hips that God gave me for, I don't know why, but anyway,
they're beautiful. They're womanly. They have a job. Yeah.
I love how you say that. Yeah. So you know how we are. So
embrace it.
Our culture, telling women they shouldn't have hips. That's just BS. We have hips. We're curvy. We all different body types.
But I have a tendency to want to cover up. Like you have a tendency to want to cover up. And I think sometimes it makes you look even heavier. Mm-hmm. And it's all that kind of stuff. But it's also having somebody tell you, and I think what you do is so valuable because even a friend, we have a lot of girlfriends that, hey, don't ever, if I look like that, you got to tell me. But also we're not an expert in how to dress for their body style. And so I can say, oh, that looks really cute. But there are some things that are pretty out there that you can go, yeah, don't put that on. But outside of that, it's nice to know there's somebody that really can help you design what you should wear.
Exactly. And so many women have hips. So we teach, I teach my clients that if you want, you can highlight that or you can camouflage/balance, like I want to balance my wider hips so that it doesn't become a big focus in my outfit, right? So you want to like carve in under your bosom or at your waist as you're able. So get that things tailored or belt. And then you want your pants or your bottoms to like just flare kind of right over your hip and keep going slightly out. Like you don't want it to carve back in because then that will emphasize it. So,
okay.
There's little techniques and tricks like that help you visually balance those parts. So you're like, I don't really want to have that be the focal point.
Yeah.
I want to balance it, right?